the land we call home, the source of our life, our food, and our future. A conflict that tears at the very heart of Nigeria.
We see the pain, the shattered lives, and the broken trust. But what if we could mend what is broken?
LJE Nigeria invites government officials, traditional and religious leaders, farmers and herdsmen representatives, security agencies, civil society organizations, international development partners, and the general public to a 2-day national conference themed Securing Nigeria's Future, addressing the root cause of herdsmen-farmers conflict through justice and inclusive dialogue. Date, 30th September to 1st October 2025. Venue, Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center, Abuja, Nigeria.
Join us as we address the root causes of this conflict through inclusive dialogue.
We will not just talk.
We will listen.
We will not just debate.
We will seek to understand.
Together.
Shall be the primary aim or responsibility of every government. And section 24, sub 3, this say that we Nigeria, the citizens shall all time also make a meaningful contribution for the betterment and growth of our great nation, Nigeria. It's on this premise that is a voice crying in the wilderness, coming to make the crooked way straight by making its contribution for the betterment and of our great nation, Nigeria. And one of the likes, the voice that we need as such as now, or in a time such as this. It's a one man that is out there, it's an advocate, a legal luminary that have seen the need to make a meaningful contribution for the growth of our nation, Nigeria. It's a great privilege to have with me the president of Leadership Hub Justice and Economic Advancement, popularly known as LJE Nigeria, in the person of Barrister Samuel M. Mame. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you, listeners.
I know you're familiar with these things we are doing because you've been a voice, and I love the fact that you're trying all you can to make sure you use all platforms to seek for peace and unity of our great nation, Nigeria.
Absolutely.
All right. So he also the organizer of the National Conference on Securing Nigeria's Future. You can't talk about solving problems without finding the causes of the problems. So he's come up to talk about addressing the root cause of the herdsmen and farmer conflict through justice and inclusiveness dialogue. You're welcome once again to the program.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Before that, let's start with what prompts you to come up with this idea first before we now look into other things. Why did you have to come up with this conference coming up?
Thank you very much. As a concerned Nigerian and as an organization, we have carefully looked at the situation in this country. We are very passionate about the development of Nigeria. We are very passionate about the security of Nigeria. We're very passionate about the well-being of the herders and the farmers. And we have also carried out researches about how other countries, rear their cattle and the farmlands as well. And we felt that there are issues that need to be addressed.
Okay.
And this issue that needs to be addressed is to protect everyone and for us to have a robust economy for our country. And that is why we'll come up with this conference. It's a national dialogue called Securing Nigeria, addressing the root causes of farmers' herders crisis through inclusive dialogue and justice. For us, we felt that there should be a need for us to have food security in Nigeria. And having food security in Nigeria is all inclusive. It can also provide a job. It can also provide the security of lives and properties. It will also provide security for the herders. Because when we talk about herders, people think that it is only the northerners that are the herders. No. We have herders. I'm from Delta State. We have herders from Delta State. We have herders in the Yoruba. We have herders in the Hausa and Igbos and the rest of them. We are all Nigerians. We are one Nigeria. So we believe that there is a need for us to have this dialogue, for us to discuss, because there are a lot of issues happening in this country. And the Nigerian government, the security agencies, they are all doing their best. But what we need to do is to identify how everyone should carry out their businesses without hurting the other. So that is the essence of this dialogue and this national conference.
All right. Now, looking at the situation on ground, issue of security has been a burning issue on ground, and everybody wants to have a free movement. And you are a legal practitioner. You've been around trying to, make peace. Would you say that the judiciary has failed us in that area? So that is why you want to come up with this concept before we go dabble into other things. Would you say so?
No, judiciary have not failed us. I think it is a different ball game entirely when talking about judiciary.
All right.
Yes. Judiciary need, of course, there is no doubt that there is a need for us to reform our judicial system. Okay, that one is inevitable. It must be done. But what we are looking at in this conference is to see how we can bring the critical stakeholders, the security agencies. Rather, we have met with the police, we have met with the DSS, we have met with critical stakeholders for us to have this dialogue together. We have also written, we're also meeting with the Mieti Allah groups, we're meeting with the cattle rearers, we're meeting with the farmers. And the agenda we are pushing forward, indeed, it's not to hurt anybody. It's not to bring in tribal sentiment. It's for us to have a dialogue whereby we are pushing for a possibility whereby the herders can have a safe place to rear their cattle. If possible, they can even employ people to assist them to rear their cattle. Because take a look at this. If you drive through the city of Abuja, across other places, we're not even talking about the cattle moving on the streets. We're talking about the cattle moving in the farmlands. This has nothing to do with being ethnic or whatsoever. No, we must protect this country. We must protect our unity so that we can have a country that we call our own. If you go to the supermarket today, you find out that some of the fried gari are imported from Cotonou and other African countries. There is no guarantee that if you plant your crop today in your farm, that you will come back the next day and meet your crops. There is no guarantee. And there is a need for us to educate ourselves, knowing that it is not the traditional way that we used to know, that moving cattle from one place to another, that is the only best way we can rear our cattle. It is not even safe for the herders. It's not safe for the owners of the cattle. So there is a need for us to have this. I know that there are a lot of laws by the various state governments as regarding anti-open grazing laws. There is a need for us to look at these laws, if possible, amend these laws. These laws should accommodate the practical approach to protect the farmers and protect. There must be practicability of implementation of these laws. In addition, the federal government also need to come up with their own intention to implement these safe farmlands and bushes and protect everybody in our country.
All right, now let's look at the theme Securing Nigeria's Future, addressing the root cause of herdsmen-farmer conflict through justice and inclusiveness. That's why I asked about the area of judiciary. But you're saying that it's just beyond the legalistic aspect of it. We're looking at dialogue, bringing parties together to talk about, or not in the area of bringing peace and unity in order. And of course, you've also said how far it has gone to affect the farming system in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Now, looking at those, these things are directly affecting the farmers, the rural areas, not in town here. So how do you intend to pass the message to those in the rural areas, going through all these issues, challenges, just like they say, went to farm, elephant fight, the grass will suffer. How do you intend to take this message down to the grassroots?
Okay, this has to do with policy.
Okay.
Policy change and policy implementation. The ordinary citizens don't even have the power. Like you see what's happening in Benue State, for instance. Confrontation by the citizens cannot help us. It's about the government driving the change and the policies. We have invited all the state governors. We have invited all the commissioners of agriculture. We have invited the ministers of agriculture. We have invited all the critical security agencies and other partners.
Have you invited farmers?
Yes, we have invited farmers
and
associations.
herdsmen.
We have invited all of them. All of them. The idea, when we talk about dialogue, it is important for us to hear the whole side, so that let them talk about why this thing cannot be so. I would like to go into farming. I also like to go into cattle rearing, right? And if the only option that I have to rear my cattle is to move my cattle from one place to another, then I can't rear my cattle. If it is proper for me to have a safe place where I can keep my cattle, I have a stock where I can keep record of my expenditures for breeding my cattle, then at the end of the day I will put them together and now place a price tag on my cattle. My cattle will be safe and my farmland will be safe. It will also enhance security of lives and properties in the country.
But when I'm aware, as journalists and as a watchdog, the society, that most of these cattle are being owned by top dogs in the society. So they are also aware.
And it makes it easier now that it is the elites that own the cattle. So it makes it easier. So let us have this discussion. Let us have this discussion, because both the cattle rearers and the farmers and ordinary citizens were all Nigerians.
Now let's look at the area of cattle rearing. Most of them have also traveled out of the country. They have seen how this thing is being done. So why are they not implementing these policies they also experience in other clients? What is the problem? What have you seen that could be the reason?
I think it's sentiments. Yes, because we've had conversations. The other day we were invited by the police and we had this conversation, and somebody was like, okay, I have my cattle, this is the old time tradition of moving cattle and all that. I say, yes, cattle is not the only meat we consume in this country. We have chicken, we have goat, and the rest of them. And I think it is the mentality that we have practiced over the years. They said the way the taste of palm changes, the drinking patterns changes. The country is developing. The areas where they normally take the cattle, the roots, the grazing routes is no longer a grazing route, because development has taken over some of these areas. Some of those areas have already been occupied by owners of the communities. So what then do we do? Should we continue to live in crisis and in violence? No. We must find a common way. We must look at the technological aspects to run our country so that everybody will be safe. It will enhance food security, it will enhance the security of life and property, it will provide job employment, it will even help the security agencies to carry out their responsibilities. Because if you look at the security issues we are having in this country, it has nothing to do with the security agencies. It is as a result of implementation of policies by the relevant agencies of government, by the government itself. And that is why, if you look at the major people we are inviting and want to have this dialogue, are the critical stakeholders, the governors, the commissioner for agriculture. We're having a meeting with one of the commissioner of agriculture in the South, and he said the governor is doing so well, he's even trying to encourage people to plant crops in the backyard. I said, when you plant your crops at the backyard and your house is not fenced, what happens when you go to work? Because they take cattle move around the streets, so they can consume your stuff. So our agenda and our aim is not to bring in bad business for any person, not even. The cattle rearers are our major focus to assist. And we are going to do everything possible as an organization and as a system to provide every support we can. And like you know, Leadership of Justice and Economic Advancement is a leadership advocacy organization, is a justice system driven organization, and is membership driven organization. So we want the best for our country. We want a secure Nigeria. We want a Nigeria where everyone's right will be respected. A Nigeria that will be prosperous. A Nigeria that those young people who just graduated from university can go to their village and get a farmland and plant their crops, and they can, employ people to work in their farmland. When it's time for harvest, they will see their crops and harvest. That's how a nation moves. If you cannot have that kind of opportunity, in Canada, most of the things they do is basically from farmlands, right? So why we have vast land, people can no longer farm. And it is not the fault of the cattle rearers. They need to be protected. They need to have a direction that let us do this way, this thing. And at the end of the day, it will favor everyone. It will favor them. Because we have also had cases of cattle wrestlers, right? And they also face challenges in the bush soon. So everybody must be protected in this government, and that is what we are advocating for.
All right, maybe you're just joining us. I'm with the Barrister Samuel M. Mema, the CEO of Leadership Hub Justice and Economic Advance, has what it takes probably to not to even engage himself in all this, but because of the spirit of patriotism, so he wants to have a Nigerian to have the leveling ground to enjoy the benefits of being in Nigeria. So okay, let's look at the area of. I want to ask you if you have in any way engaged with these cattle areas directly to really know what has been the issue. Could it be that they have the will to do all this, but the government is not assisting them, or they don't have the power, the will? They have the will, but there's no platform for them to do all that. Or could it just be it's about the people asking them to do so? Because this thing is deep in the area, in the sense that sometimes we don't have direct conversation with those guys in the field, the herdsmen, the farmers, in the time of interacting with them. What would you say has been the issue? How can a sane person who allow his cow to move into a farm, to be destroying other people's farm and feel it's normal? You begin to wonder. Without even the government involved in conscience, should also let you know. So what do you think could be responsible for that? Is it that is what they are meant to believe, or is that the system, or it's about the leadership style? Because leadership is not just about the political leadership I'm talking about. You can be a leader wherever, even in your house, you're a leader.
Yes.
So looking at all these causes, who are we to? I don't mean to pick up a pot and say I'm blaming this or that. But in your research and conversation, what have you noticed so far? Then we can now talk about the event coming up.
Yes, from my conversation and our conversation with the cattle rearers, they don't even they are willing to follow the rules.
They are willing to follow the rules.
They are willing to follow the rules. And that is my own understanding from my interaction with them. But there must be a directive.
Okay.
There must be a directive. And we know that there are several anti-open grazing laws in Nigeria by state governments. We want a situation whereby the federal government have to intervene by their own policy. The cattle rearers, they are willing. I believe mostly the owners of the cattle. But in the feed, when they are in the feed, they take their cattle, to graze. Nobody survives them. And that is why it is difficult to know what they do when they are in the farmland. So, and the only way we believe is for us to have this dialogue, even though we believe that there is a need for us to have standard ranchings. And these ranchings can even be commercialized. People can even create ranches and make available for those who are rearing cattle to bring in their cattle and rear their cattle. That can also work.
All right, Abuja, Nigeria. I'll be back after this breather. Please don't touch the dial. We'll come back. We'll talk more and also let you know when the fourth conference is coming up and the things you need to know, maybe to also be part of the conference that is coming up. Please don't touch the dial. We'll be back after this breather. We're having a talk here and with the Leadership Hub and Justice and Economic Advancement on one of the burning issues in our country today, Nigeria. Of course, and also about the 2-day national conference that is coming up. So let's talk about the conference coming up. What is the conference all about?
Yeah, this conference is about, call it conference, call it dialogue. It's about bringing the critical stakeholders together. Let us look at this issue. We know there's a problem. What we are looking at is solution. Solution whereby everyone will be safe in doing their business. We realize that the cattle rearers are businessmen and women. Farmers are businessmen and women. This has nothing to do, like I mentioned, it has nothing to do with tribe. It has nothing to do with class of people. It's about our country. It's about protecting our country. It's about protecting the people, which is the primary responsibility of government. So this conference is going to bring about the critical stakeholders, and we have to agree on certain terms and conditions on how we can live together and how we can move forward together. But I know for sure that one thing that we cannot take away in all of these things is that there must be a way whereby cattle rearers can have safe places to rear their cattle. And I know for sure that it is practically almost impossible for cattle to be moving around in the country because you cannot control how these things work. All right? You cannot control the implications. And that is why we want to have this dialogue. We are inviting all critical stakeholders to come and join in this conference. Nobody should be left out. We want the farmers are very, very much well, all the farmers associations are going to participate. Yes. Even those who also have 1 or 2 complaints to make are also coming on board. The others are also coming. We are going to have a dialogue. We're going to discuss the way forward. Government representative agencies are coming as well. Security agencies are coming. They are not also happy because these challenges, whether you like it or not, whether you're a farmer or not, is hitting up on everybody. It's going to enhance job security. It's going to enhance food security. It's going to enhance the security of lives and property. It's also going to enhance all the farmers, both those on the other side and the cattle rearers as well.
All right, okay. My guest has given us some expositions and other things we need to know, but I want to believe that many things has to do with security is everyone's business. You know, you can also have a way of also making your own contributions. So it's on that premise. I want to see if I can open the phone line. You can call in. Let's get to know 1 or 2 things you have to say, because it's also a way of also making a material contribution for the betterment of our society. So I'll open the phone line now. You can call in. Let's get to know your opinion, your contribution on what we're having this beautiful morning, still morning, yes. All right. The number to call is 070 724 26258. Repeat, 070 724 26258. Okay, I'll be first caller here. Hello, good morning. Could you please turn down the volume? Okay, I can hear you now. Go on.
Thank you. My name is Shehu. I'm calling you from Abuja here.
Okay, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you. I think your guest in the studio has spoken very well, and I think that is the way to go.
Okay.
That's the way to go. Yeah, I've been have an idea of those days where the Fulanis will tell you all the routes they follow today are now farmland, and these cattle are like an auto. Once you release them, their forefathers' trail is what they follow. So they follow those lines, even if it is a farm or main road or whatever it is. So there is a need for ranching. Ranching is the solution. It will give the cattle peace of mind. It will give the cattle wearers peace of mind. It will give the country security. So I'm even surprised why this thing is not happening. I watched when our dear president went to Brazil. Look at what they are doing. In fact, you will just love it. These cattle are staying in one place. They are feeding very well. What they feed and defecate will not be used as manure for farm. The grasses they will do this for goodness sake. For how long are we going to remain allowing these guys to be moving cattle up and down? I remember picking one Fulani man, and I spoke to him. Say, look, now you said I should please help you and drop you at the other side. Why won't you stay in one place with their cattle? He said they want it. They are tired of this movement. Sincerely. They are tired of this movement. They want to stay one place too. So it all needs government to give them the conducive atmosphere so that they can stay one place and rear their cattle. And Nigeria will be better for it. I thank you so very much, and I look forward to productive also with whatever will bring peace to this country from the angle of cattle rearers and farmers and conflict. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much for that wonderful contribution. I don't know if you want to react to what he has said, though. He made a wonderful point. He said that it's a narrative pushed to them by the forefathers. So we can also blame, that's what he's trying to say. Now, he also said, one of them has said, I'm tired of all this. Maybe this is where you're coming in now to help them voice out their mind so we can have a better society looking forward to have. Hello, good morning. Okay, what is your name and where are you calling from, please? From Abuja, okay, go on. Okay. Okay.
So whatever you are telling them, like you are supposed to say. They are not interested moving around. The union government have to ask them to move around. So maybe they are uncomfortable and they are waiting. They don't want to spend money. They are making so much profit. So they want to hold the meeting and have the principal outcome. So the meeting to the governance of the council.
All right. Thank you very much. I don't know if I want to react to the last caller saying maybe they may not be the right people you want to have a meeting with. What is your take on that?
Well, I believe that, like I mentioned, it is the responsibility of the government. That is the primary responsibility of the government to protect lives and property.
Yeah.
It is not the businessmen that will protect lives and property. When you allow, in the same way there is no rules and regulations, people can do whatever they want to do.
No, he said is the people you want to have meeting with may not be the right owners of the cattle.
Yes.
Do you believe that? Do you agree with him?
We don't know the owners of the cattle.
Okay.
You can't know the owners of the cattle.
Okay.
But we believe that government policies can address this issue.
Okay.
Like the first caller mentioned something about the Fulanis. No. Like I mentioned, we have seen in the course of our research, there are Igbos who are cattle rearers.
Okay.
There are Yorubas who are cattle rearers. So it is not a particular
It's
tribe.
Fulani stuff,
No,
yeah.
even though they are more in majority, but they are not the only one rearing cattle. The policies of government can address this issue,
Okay.
whereby everyone must obey the law.
Okay.
You understand? So it has not to do with tribe. Once the government realize that this issue is an issue that we must tackle, and this issue is an issue that will benefit the larger majority of the people, and protect all sides, then everybody must obey the laws.
All right. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. What is the name of where you're calling from?
I'm the only by name. I'm calling from Nasarawa State.
Okay. You're welcome to the program.
We live after Maraba. We live at Abuja, close to Gurko side.
Okay.
I'm listening to the program and I want to contribute to the program.
Go on.
Like this cattle issue, this issue of cattlemen, in fact, if they will take an action, it will be good. And that action is not the issue of them settling down. But those people, if they are ready to settle down, I think it will be better. But I don't think they are even ready to settle down because like in this outside, the place is a lovely area. Just like maybe some people that bought land, they have not built their land, we farm in the land. Those people, you can see only 2 children with more than 30 cows. They will send them into people's farm and devote it. Like the empty land that we used to farm, people that have not developed their land.
Okay.
You see, they will come and put their cow. We will be fighting, even in this side, there are so many people they have killed in the bush. In the sense of you are taking them out of your farm, they will remove when they are coming into the farm, they remove their cutlass and hold it in their hand, ready to fight.
All right. Okay. Thank you for your contribution. All right. Thank you. Sorry that because of time we don't have to, spend time on that. But it's good to have a feedback direct from the listener. Maybe that could also go a long way to tell you that you have a lot of things to do. I mean, you can see them even reacting to what you're about to do. That is what feedback can tell. And of course, so what do you have to say regard to what he has said so far? I mean, before we move into other thing and round up the show.
Yes, I think the last caller, the reaction is about, we've seen so many images
like that. Okay.
Yes, protein of cassava and the feeding. But this is not synonymous to everyone.
Okay.
There are some cattle rearers indeed who also move their cattle from one place to another, and they also try to avoid their crops. I mean, their cattle from consuming these crops. But this is on a very low percentage.
Okay.
You understand? And it's actually scaring people from going into farmland. And farm is an essential aspect that can grow the economy of this country. So I think everyone is not so happy with it. And no matter how much we feel that this topic is a very sensitive one, it is a very sensitive topic, it's a very sensitive issue. And that is why it requires an urgent intervention. We must look at it critically. The government agencies, the government must look at it critically. Even the security agencies, they also have their personal feelings about this whole stuff. We have interacted with them. So we all want a safe Nigeria. We don't want a situation whereby when there are crises here and there, all the blames are put to the security agencies. The security agencies cannot be everywhere. There are so many issues that we can tackle by reason of policies of government, right?
Okay.
And this is one of them. Policies that will create opportunity for cattle to be kept in different places. And they will rear their cattle, and these cattle will even have enough meat, and the owners of these cattle will have more comfortable environment to rear their cattle. The farmers people cannot get interested in going into farm. I want to go into farm, and I'm sure you want to go. Many of them want to go into farm. So, and when there's a restriction of these movements, generally, you now see that people will now have confidence to go into farm.
Apart from the dignitaries you're going to invite, anybody can be part of the program.
Yes, once you can log into the website.
Okay, no, we're going to go on that. Okay, anybody can participate.
Anybody who is interested can participate.
Yes. Okay, so it's a 2 days event.
It's a 2 days event.
The venue
is Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center.
Okay, what
Abuja
about
here.
the date?
The date is 30th of September and the 1st of October.
Okay.
The 1st of October is the day we'll be adopting a communique.
Okay.
We're adopting the legal framework that will also persuade them to adopt, because it is in the interest of the country.
All right, let's look at the area. Everybody's expected to come. So you made mention of website in case. Okay, I'm going to give out number for further inquiries in case you want to call in to ask questions. All right. Okay, the event is the biggest opportunity to rescue Nigeria from the depth of insecurity fueled by farmer and other class across Nigeria. So be part of this conversation to make Nigeria a safer place for us and future generation. So you out there want to be part of the program, because a lot of people are still calling in, but I want to believe the D-Day will come where you can be part of the conference to air out your opinion. An opinion, I can tell you, I can assure you, go a long way for us to have peace in terms of farming and rearing our farmers. So the number to reach out to, I don't know the website to call, okay, the number to reach out for further inquiries, because of time we may not need to dabble into a lot of things, but for you to reach out to this organization to ask more questions about the conference coming up from 30th to 1st October. The number is, let me give you time to get your Bible. I don't want to rush the number. But before we leave, what is your last take?
My last take is, this is an opportunity for us, those who are unable to reach out to, this is an opportunity. You know, we cannot know everyone. We are also calling on relevant government agencies to be part of this conference. We have put up this conference as a responsibility that we have taken upon ourselves as a people. And as an organization, we want the best of our country. We're not just out there to criticize the government. We're not out there to criticize people who have done wrong or people who have not done wrong. We're here to provide solutions. We're here to suggest solutions. We're here to assist the system to move forward. Because if the country is good, if the country is safe, it is for every one of us. This is an opportunity to invite more people that we're unable to reach out to, all the critical stakeholders, farmers, cattle owners. Like somebody mentioned that these are not the people that we should invite, the owners of the cattle. I'm using the opportunity to also invite them. Let them suggest to us what other possible suggestion can we adopt, so that while they are carrying out their business, it will not overlap on the rights of other people. Thank you very much. All right,
thank you. The website to visit, the website of the LJE Nigeria, talking about Leadership Hub, Justice and Economic Advancement, is www.lgenigeria.org. I repeat, www.lgenigeria.org. LJE. Okay, ljenigeria.org. Okay. All right. Now the number to call for further inquiries is 070 523 8821. I will take it slowly this time. 070 523 68821. I'll take it again for the last time. Okay. 070-523-688-21. All right, Barrister Samuel M. Meme, thank you for coming.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much, Nigerians. Thank you for the audience and the listening.
All right, so try all you can to be there next, on 30th September for something quite unique that I want everyone, because you can see people are calling in, they want to be part of the program. Just make sure you are there. For further inquiries, just reach out to the number that I've called. My name is Hope Joseph Joe. Many thanks to all of you, my great guys, Musa in the building, and you are so thank you all for coming around. All right, so keep staying to our forces with the 107.7 FM. My name is Hope Joseph Joe. Bye bye.
What are we saying? The land we call home, the source of our life, our food, and our future. A conflict that tears at the very heart of Nigeria.
We see the pain, the shattered lives, and the broken trust. But what if we could mend what is broken?
LJE Nigeria invites government officials, traditional and religious leaders, farmers and herdsmen representatives, security agencies, civil society organizations, international development partners, and the general public to a 2-day national conference themed Securing Nigeria's Future, addressing the root cause of herdsmen-farmers conflict through justice and inclusive dialogue. Date 30th September to 1st October 2025. Venue Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center, Abuja, Nigeria.
Join us as we address the root causes of this conflict through inclusive dialogue.
We will not just talk,
We will listen.
we will not just debate.
We will seek to understand.
Together, we will find solutions.